Well, Viktor Gyokeres to Arsenal Greenlight hint is what you're obviously going to be discussing in here onto a beautiful YouTube channel that is here to see to it that all goes on well as planned. Smash like button, comment and share. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. By the way, we are here to record our second video of the day and hope you guys are really eagerly waiting for it because it's really gonna be action packed. And I know that even the other stories that are obviously going to be following in after will obviously excite you in there because you are having a Sean Longstaff. He has been given green light to undergo medical, and then Ronald Araujo release clause back to 1 billion. Oh my god, that shows you how profitable football is and how Spanish teams have gone ahead to obviously elevate the release clause game to the next level of really including a billion release clause to billion release clause. That you ask yourself, is there any team that can even ever come up and obviously meet that release clause? That's why we're here. Continue to subscribe because we want to hit 27,000 subscribers on this channel, and let's obviously see to it that all goes on as well as planned and we really harvest the best from these stories. Now, negotiations between Arsenal and Sporting Lisbon remain ongoing in London with all parties involved after a commission reduced by agent plus 63.5 guaranteed fees ready. Sporting ask for 10 million euros of add-ons to be easy/guaranteed. Arsenal and agents remain in talks to get the final green light. Now, we all know now that the final fee has been agreed. It will be 73 million euros, 73.5 million euros. And now the 10 million euros of add-ons are the point of discussion between the side of Arsenal and the side of Sporting Lisbon. And you don't really blame Sporting Lisbon because Arsenal are like trying to make it hard to obviously make them achievable. And that's where everything is. But green light is what they're really waiting in for. That is the agents, Arsenal, and the side of Sporting Lisbon. And I tell you what, it's not far off from really turning green. It might be amber, but it is soon getting to green, and Arsenal will easily get their number 9. Gyokeres is the ideal signing for the club of Arsenal. Main target has been the number 9. Gyokeres plays in the same position, and everyone is like, we need a Gyokeres in there. And you really experienced it that Noni Madueke got a lot of insults because the fans were like, you are spending that money on Gyokeres, yet you are spending that money on Gyokeres, yet you know very well that, sorry, you are spending that money on Madueke, yet you know very well that that deal of that man to a side known as Arsenal is not really happening as anticipated, and the money that you would have gone ahead to spend on, or you would have gone ahead to add on to get the deal of that guy done, that is Gyokeres, you've gone ahead to spend it on a player known as Madueke. That's why people went hard onto Noni Madueke. But as it stands, I feel their pain too, because I know when your marquee signing is not yet in, and people have been saying he's the reason as to why Arsenal have not gone ahead to win the trophy, and I'm like, it's not 100% the reason, it's like 30% the reason, because even if he comes in through and scores 30 goals in the Premier League, and the likes of Saka, Odegaard, Trossard, and Martinelli don't lift up their scores to 10 goals like that, I don't think that those goals will be enough for the club of Arsenal to win the trophy. They need to see to it that Saka, Odegaard, Martinelli, Trossard, and Odegaard score 10 goals plus, you know, and if at all they can have a goal contribution of 20, that is the GA, you know, that will be really very important into simplifying the problems of Arsenal that have failed them to be the Premier League champions in the previous seasons, that we've gone ahead to obviously see them become the first runner-ups in every tournament or every season. Now, From there, we obviously go to a guy called Fabrizio Romano. Newcastle have authorized Sean Longstaff to undergo medical at Leeds United. Agreement sealed. Leeds FC set to pay a fee in excess of £12 million for Sean Longstaff, who said yes to the project in June. Here we go. So, Sean Longstaff is a midfielder, and I think he's looking at really getting in more playing time, because at Newcastle, it is really very hard, as it's very hard to see Bruno Guimaraes injured, Joe Wellington and Sandro Tinali, meaning that you can't be getting in ample playing time. And there is this other youngster that came in from the academy, is also getting, by the way, ample playing time than Sean Longstaff. So I think it's not serving the purpose, and it's not living the dream of obviously playing enough at the side of Newcastle. So he's going into Leeds United, and Leeds have just gone ahead to qualify for the Premier League, and they are back with a bang, and they are trying to sign in very many players, trying to strengthen their midfield, and Sean Longstaff is really one of those, and I know he's really going to be an important addition to that club of Leeds, because where we are right now, you need Premier League proven players to keep you in the league, and you've gone ahead to see Nottingham. What did they go ahead to do? You know what they did better, you know? They signed very many players, you understand? And Sunderland is adapting to the same business. They're really getting in Premier League proven players to obviously help them really stay, and they're trying to obviously do the needful, and that's what the side of Leeds is really doing, and they're obviously trying to put in a very huge shift. So far Leeds is working hard to see to it that they really get in Sean Longstaff, and if it really passes his medical, he will obviously be one of those players, you know, that will see to it that they fight hard to obviously get into where they are. So when you look at Leeds, they've so far signed a defender known as Sebastian Bonau from Wolfsburg on a 4-year deal, you understand? So for him, he's already in, and Longstaff is another one that they're really looking at to obviously get done and dusted, and see to it that Leeds really strengthen their squad for the starting season of the Premier League on 17th August. From there, we get to Ronald Araujo. Release clause is back to 1 billion after being available for 60 million euros until yesterday. Now it shows you that maybe teams are not so much interested in bringing in centre backs, you know, and the only team that would have gone ahead to go for him is Real Madrid, and I don't think that Araujo could betray Barcelona, you know, after what they went ahead obviously caused Real Madrid. They beat Real Madrid, I think, was it 5 times last season. He knows to it that they've gone ahead obviously raise up their hand and see to it that all goes on well as planned. So he's back to 1 billion, and I think no one can pay that 1 billion, but he's one of those players that I think has gone ahead to prove to us that he's really very integral into that Barcelona side. But he has not been missed. The likes of Kubasi have also gone ahead to do the. There is Martinez also. So they're really having a very good squad, Barcelona, but his presence helps them a lot when it comes to big games and them playing what we call a highland, because he's a fast player, and when he bursts into space, you obviously get to know that he can obviously carry down or touch or really meet that player that has gone ahead to beat their high line. So guys, we call upon for your reactions into the comment section below about Viktor Gyokeres to Arsenal Greenlight hint. What do you make about it? And also go ahead and tell me what your thoughts are about Longstaff to Leeds. Do you think it's really great, you know? And lastly, do you think there is a team that can pay 1 billion for Ronald Araujo, as his release clause is back to 1 million? All of that and more into the comment section below. Rokani David is the name, and feel free to obviously let us know of what your thoughts are about this lovely video that we've gone ahead to upload, and it's the 2nd of the day. Bye bye for now. See you Laters.